Hey, Tina, you there? You need to get home from the office right now. I'm about to go to a wedding, so hurry up.
Hold on a second, you're going to a wedding?
Yeah, I totally had no clue that Valerie was getting married today, but I just got a call from my parents and they were super pissed and asking where I was. They were asking why weren't we there at the wedding already.
But wait, I don't get it. I thought that Valerie's wedding was next month. I mean, that's what was written on the invitation we got at least.
I know. At least that's what I thought the invitation said anyways, but guess it was today this whole time. Anyways, just hurry back here so that I can drive us to the wedding venue. How soon do you think you can get back here?
I don't know. I have to ask my boss about this first, and then I'll be home as soon as I can. I think on the bus, though, it'll probably take me a whole hour before I can be back.
An hour. Got it. I got our clothes and everything ready here, so just please try and get back home as fast as you can.
I can't believe that my brother and his wife are really going to miss my wedding. It's just such a shame, really. I suppose we just didn't realize how little you two care about us. Oh, quit the act, Valerie. I don't know why you did it, but the invitation you sent us had the date as a month from now. But now we find out that you're actually getting married today? Why didn't you tell us sooner? I have to leave work early. Well, you should know that it wasn't any kind of accident. I gave the two of you the wrong date on purpose. Excuse me? Why would you do that? What's your problem? I'm just so glad that you passed along the wrong date to my brother so that he didn't go and ask my parents. You made it so easy for me. And now, without you two here, I feel like I can finally have the wedding I've always wanted. You're still not making any sense. Why did you tell Dean and I the wrong date? Why don't you want us there? Isn't it obvious? It's because I hate the two of you. You're always trying to act so young, but you're really not. What does that even mean? I don't get it. It doesn't matter. The real point is that today is all about me, and if I don't want people I hate to be at my wedding, then that should be fine. But I literally don't get what you mean about me not acting my age. I think I act pretty normal. Are you kidding me? Did you really just say that? You're in your 30s and you're still dressing like you just turned 20. You really think that you're fooling anyone at all with your young woman routine? You think you can still get away with wearing skirts? Sorry you didn't want to invite me to your wedding because I still wear skirts. Is that really what makes you think that I tried and act younger than I am? Well, duh, you think that an old hag like you should really be wearing things like that? Obviously, only women in their 20s should be wearing skirts. But I wish they could make it a law so that we could deal with rule breakers like you. I don't even think that's a rule for anyone. I think you just made that up. You really are just so cringy. Do you realize that? I mean, honestly, why would you even try wearing a skirt? But the worst part was when my future in-laws came over and you were in a skirt. They both said that you looked nice in it. But obviously I would look much nicer than you in a skirt. I really don't even know what to say to that. I just want to know why they gave you a compliment and not me. Why did they even bother coming over to my family's house if they weren't going to compliment me? Instead, they gave an old woman like you more compliments. Look, Valerie, I know that you and I don't really have a good history of getting along, but I think that you're taking things just a little too far with this, don't you? I don't think that I'm taking it nearly far enough. I'm only starting to get all this off my chest, but to be honest, I just can't stand you. You're always having so much fun talking to Josh's mom, but you're always leaving me out. You never invite me anywhere or even try to make conversation. Are you talking about the time I was helping Josh's mom in the kitchen? You know that she was getting ready to serve a bunch of guests, right? I was only helping her, but I can ask if you'd like to give a hand next time as well. I don't want to be stuck in the kitchen doing chores with you. I hate cooking. How do you not know this about me after all this time? Just because it's what you do to kiss up doesn't mean that I like it. And I hate that even though you can cook, you still have to pretend like you're younger than you really are. I hate it all. Well, Valerie, I really just don't know what to say to you then. You don't need to say anything. I'm just letting you know why neither of you are invited to my wedding. You can both just sit at home and wait for us to get back. And don't bother trying to get in. I'll have security throw you out the moment you step foot inside the venue. Dean, I am really so sorry about this, but I think that we weren't invited to the wedding because of me. I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with this because of me, though.
What do you mean? How was any of this your fault?
Well, I was talking to your brother's fiance just now, and I think she really does hate me. She was talking about how she was upset because she thinks your mom likes me more than her. She was calling me names to make fun of my age, and she said she gave us the wrong date on purpose.
You kidding me? What's that problem?
Again, I really am so sorry about this. I never wanted you to get caught up in any of this.
Come on, you know that you shouldn't be apologizing for this. Besides, Val hates me too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that when after my parents called me, I got a message from my younger brother Josh, and he was saying that since we're gonna miss it, he's finally gonna be the favorite son. I think you and I was set up.
You don't mean that, do you? Do you really think Josh would do this?
He's always had it out for me, if I'm being honest. He was always doted on as the youngest child by your parents. And he was so spoiled that our parents didn't even care when his grades started to slip. Then he didn't even go to college and still lives at home. I guess he's always been envious of me for working hard, going to a good school, and finding a job with a big company. I think this was his way of trying to get back at me for that. So it seems like this might have happened no matter what.
But that's awful. I know the three of you have your history, but to do something like this?
I know, but if they don't want us there, then let's just miss the wedding. Why bother going there when we're gonna be hated?
Yeah, I guess you're probably right about that. Seems like we don't have any other choice. Although I guess we should probably explain a bit about what happened to your parents later. Wow, I can't believe that you two actually didn't come to the wedding. You do know how pissed my parents are, right? You realize how bad it looks that Dean, the oldest son of the family, wasn't there for a big event like this, don't you? Well, if that's how people chose to read the situation, there's nothing we can do about it. But don't worry, we hope to clear this all up by explaining the truth to Dean's family. What good do you think that's going to do? You should know that we were talking to my parents and they said they'll let us move in with them. I know they've already asked you and Dean so many times, but that you've always turned them down. They were so happy when we said yes that Josh's mom actually cried. So now that we're taking over the duties to take care of them, there's not even a point to having Dean around. So then you're really going to go and move in with Josh's parents? Of course, I've already talked it over with Josh. He figured that after how expensive the wedding was and how much money our honeymoon is going to cost, this is a good way to save money for now. And since we're going to live with his parents, I'll finally get to prove that I'm the better wife than you. So then, you're doing this all just to try and impress your new in-laws, is that it? I just refuse to lose to an ugly old hag like you. I'm the younger, prettier wife, and I'll prove to my in-laws that I am more capable too. I really have no idea where this urge to compete with me even came from. I don't care what you think. Now that we've done this, it means that Josh's parents are going to provide for us forever. It all works out though, since Josh hates his own brother so much. I can't believe that you two would actually conspire to do something like this. But fine, if you two really hate us that much, then we get it. Maybe we should just not talk to each other anymore. That sounds perfect. We'd love to cut you both out of our lives, after you give us a wedding present, that is. Although since we've agreed that I don't have to see you again, you can just mail a check. Sound good? You're kidding me, right? You don't invite us to your wedding, tell us that you never want to see us again, and still expect a gift? Think of it as a fee to finally get rid of us forever. I think something like $5,000 should cover it. You want Dean and I to give you $5,000? You think that you can buy Josh and I off for cheap? Sure, we want to get rid of you two as well, but you still gotta pay. Besides, this is our wedding gift. Are you really too cheap to afford a measly $5,000? I can't even deal with you right now. I'm going to quit responding to these messages. Well, good riddance then, and tell Dean that he isn't allowed to talk to us either. Oh, that's just fine. Dean says good luck to you both. Especially you. He says he doubts you'll last a year living with his parents. Excuse me? What is that supposed to mean? You really have no idea what you've agreed to, do you? Anyways, have a nice life. Wait a second, you can't just say something creepy like that and then just run off. I'm not saying it's going to be a cakewalk, but I'm ready to put in some hard work to do this. Oh, you really don't even know the half of it, but I'll tell Dean about the $5,000. What the heck kind of house is this? We just got back from our honeymoon and it's already a disaster. Every day from sunup to sundown, Josh's mom is always nagging me to do some chore, correct some mistake I did doing another chore. Well, I wished you good luck, didn't I? But yeah, their mom is pretty traditional when it comes to living with a daughter-in-law. Traditional is one thing, but this is just too far. And I don't get it. I thought you and Hillary got along. I thought we would have gotten along if I moved in too, but she's always nagging me. Oh, I'm sure it looked like we did get along to someone watching us talk. But the fact of the matter is that I know exactly what you're going through. I hate having to go over to their house for events. What do you mean? I had no idea you felt that way. Of course, I'm always stuck inside the kitchen helping Hillary make this and that. And she never utters a word of thanks. She just takes it for granted that I'm supposed to be there helping her. You're kidding me. I didn't know any of that. In fact, I was always jealous of you. You just got to sit on the couch while we were in the kitchen. You never had to do anything. So when you said that you were going to be moving in with them, you have no idea how happy I was. Especially since now we won't have to keep sending them money every month. You were sending their parents money every month? That's right. We were sending them about $1,000 a month, basically. But then we got a call from Hillary and she told us about you two moving in. She said that she wouldn't need our money anymore and that we could stop sending it. So thanks for that too. So then you were sending them $1,000 a month, but now you're not going to? Maybe you could give us that money instead since Josh and I are moving in. Yeah, we could do that, especially since they're probably expecting you and Josh to cover all of their bills. Excuse me, cover their bills? Are you serious? Well, of course. Surely you've heard about why Dean and Josh didn't get along, right? Josh was always his parents' favorite and was spoiled with whatever he wanted. Dean, on the other hand, had to work really hard. But his efforts sent him to a good school and eventually landed him into a great job. Josh never liked how successful his older brother was, and so that's where the bad blood came from. Yes, of course I know about all of that, but I thought that it was Dean who was always looking down on Josh because he thought he was better. Ah, is that how Josh tells it? It is true that Dean makes a ton of money, and that is why his parents asked him to help. Of course, Josh was also the beneficiary of that since he was living with his parents. I suppose he probably didn't even know of the help his brother was giving, but now that you're both living there, you're going to find out. So thank you so much for making it so easy to finally cut ourselves off from Dean's family. But, I mean, this isn't what I had in mind when I agreed to move in. I know, isn't life funny like that sometimes? Anyways, I'm sure if you work hard, you'll worm your way into Hillary's heart. But, like I said, good luck with everything. Well, I just finished having a little chat with Valerie. I think she finally understands what she's gotten herself into. Of course, she wasn't happy to hear about it in the least.
Yeah, I was actually just talking to Josh right now about it too. When he heard about the money we'd been sending, he was so upset about it.
Yeah, I guess neither of them had any idea at all that we'd been doing that. But I guess they found out since telling your parents they were going to be moving in. Although I can see us getting sucked into even more drama, so what do you think about moving away, Dean?
Tino, I was just gonna ask you the same thing. I think this is the perfect chance to go to a new city, get new numbers, and start over. Then they can't ever find us and try asking for money again.
Perfect. I'm so happy we're on the same page with this. I guess I should probably go and find a real estate agent so we can start getting everything ready.
Great. And we can find some places to look at this weekend. This is gonna be great.
I can't take it anymore. I'm seriously at my limit. What kind of life is this? All I want to do is move out. Ah, shoot. Dean and I were so caught up in the move, we forgot to change our phone numbers. Move? What are you talking about? Did you and Dean move somewhere? That's right. We moved so we'd never be sucked into Dean's family drama again. And now that we have moved, we are never going to tell you to where. But that isn't fair. I want out of this life. Let me come and live with you guys. Josh and I can take your house and you can come and live with his parents. Yeah, that sounds like an awful deal, actually. Besides, I thought I made it clear we didn't want to live with his parents. We don't even want to have to deal with them, or you and Josh at all, for that matter. Dean's parents always made Josh their favorite, and that meant, well, Dean had to claw his way to where he is now. It was only after they realized Dean was making money that his parents asked for some. But you have no idea how expensive it is for all four of us. $1,000 extra a month could go a long way. Please, can't you help us out? Please, Hillary steals money out of my wallet instead of asking. She's always making me cook, even though she knows I'm bad at it. And she's always putting me down in front of Josh. Valerie, you can do this. I believe in you. I know it's tough, but at least at the end of it all, you'll be able to say that you know how to make a souffle and dust a house properly. Isn't that wonderful? Please, I don't want to have to do any of that. You have to come and rescue me. You have to get me out of here. I am begging you. Rescue you from what? You did this. You were the one who agreed to go and live with your husband's parents. Not only that, but you agreed to do so as a means to try and undercut Dean's as well as my own place in the family. You realize that, right? We don't owe you any kind of help, and you aren't going to be getting it. Anyways, it sounds to me like you have a lot of studying ahead of you, so good luck with that. After that, Dean and I went to the cell phone store and changed out our numbers so that Dean's family and Valerie could never, ever find us again. And after that, we didn't ever hear from them again. Though Dean would still hear from his dad through the family gossip pipeline and could tell that things weren't going too well at home. Apparently, Josh was not as reliable as Dean was for taking care of his parents, according to his parents. According to Dean, he heard that Josh had to finally go and try to find a real job, but could only find something that didn't pay very well. Apparently, even Dean's dad had to go back to part-time work to help contribute to the budget. As for Dean and I, we've been thoroughly enjoying our new life and fresh start. I haven't been anxious about needing to help my mother-in-law host an event, and Dean isn't constantly stressing about making sure he'll make enough to support his parents, too.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Kieran, what's gotten into you all of a sudden? We were enjoying a nice conversation and you go and throw your cup of tea all over me? Why did you do that to me? What did I ever do to deserve it? Shut up, you frickin' slut. You should count yourself lucky I didn't bash your face in with that cup. Kieran, I can't believe you'd speak to me in such an awful way. You make me sick. I'll never forgive you for what you said. I consider you every bit my daughter. You're full of it. No one believes you. I will never let an ugly old hag like you marry my dad. I'm not going to sit idly by while you drain him of all his hard-earned money and abandon him once you've sucked him dry. You think I'm only after your father's money? But what have I ever done to make you think that? Are you joking? It's the simple fact that you're preying on my dad in the first place. He's 10 years older than you, and he has a daughter. There's no way this could be anything other than you going after his money. I'll bet you set your sights on him once you found out he was on his company's board of directors, didn't you? Kieran, I wish I knew what made you feel this way about me. We've been so friendly up until now. I don't understand why you would be so firmly against our marriage. Oh, don't give me that. You're not that oblivious. I've been 100% against your relationship from the very start. I only pretended to get along with you because Dad seemed to like you for whatever reason. You really don't get that? You're not just a slut. You're a dumb slut. But, Kieran, we just went out together a few weeks ago to celebrate your birthday, all three of us. We had such a lovely time at that restaurant, talking and laughing. At the end of the night, I went home so happy. It really felt like that was the moment that we finally became a family. I couldn't tell you how I really felt until you gave me my birthday present. What? My dad told me you were getting me a really nice present, but Wow, this was way more than I expected. These are the best wireless headphones on the market. There's no way I could afford to buy myself these. But since my friends don't know it was a gift, I can still tell them I did anyway. Your father told me that you had been looking for a sale or a price drop to buy them, so I thought that if I got them for you, you'd be super happy with them. But you were really only pretending to be kind to me in order to get a present from me? How does that make you any different from what you're accusing me of? You claim I'm after your father's money, but you were just after my money. Yeah, and I'm a kid. Kids always act all cute and polite to get good presents from stupid adults. That's not true at all. But when adults do it, it's super gross. Like, seriously, how can you live with yourself marrying a dude who's 10 years older than you for his money? I will never call some gross old woman like you my mom, and I will never allow you to get married to my dad. I'll put a stop to this no matter what. I see. So that's how you feel? I never knew how opposed you were to me and your father being together, Kieran. But I wish that you would have come to me directly and told me how you felt. Why did you wait until today? Shouldn't you have talked to me about this rather than simply dumped your drink all over me? That was simply uncalled for. I felt like I had to make my point super clear to you, or else you'd never give up on my dad. This was the only way I could think of to get through to a stupid slut like you. But you never even tried to talk to me, Kieran. As your father's daughter, I truly do value your feelings greatly. And your father as well. I'm sure he feels even more strongly about you than I do. Oh, you value my feelings, huh? My feelings are, I don't want my dad to marry a stupid slut. So break up with him, now. If that's how you really feel, Kieran, then all right, I'll break up with him. Yes! And don't let the door hit you on the way out, slut.
Colleen, tell me what's going on, please. You want to break up with me? I don't understand. I picked up my phone on my break, saw you left me a voicemail, and now my world is crashing down around me.
I'm sorry to do this to you so suddenly, Jack, but after the conversation I had with Kieran, I knew this was my only choice.
What? What did Kieran say to you?
It seems Kieran is fiercely opposed to us getting married, to say the least. She feels so strongly about it that I don't feel like it would be appropriate for us to get married. So I want to put our engagement on hold for a while. Don't worry, though. I'll do my best to work on building up a relationship with Kieran. Let's just keep on seeing each other like usual for now, okay?
I had no idea Kieran was so opposed. Well, I suppose that settles it. Colleen, I don't want to put our engagement on hold. Let's just break up right now. You can forget you ever met me, and I'll do the same.
What? Jack, what are you saying?
If Kieran is really as opposed as you say she is, then I don't see how our marriage will ever work out. I'm her father, after all, and I have to put my daughter's well-being first.
I understand that, Jack, but that doesn't mean we need to break up. After all we've been through, I'm sure we can work our way through this as long as we stick together.
I'm sorry, Colleen, but I can't afford to waste any time at my age. If you wanted this to work out, you should have tried harder to earn Kieran's trust. It's over between us, Colleen. Let's break up.
Jack.
But with you out of the running for my wife, that makes things difficult for me. My other girls are all way younger than you, but they're all quite beautiful, so I'm sure Kieran will like them. Maybe I'll go with Christy, that cute little thing who recently signed up with the acting agent I play golf with. She hasn't been in any big-time TV shows or movies, but just being an actress alone should be enough to please Kieran.
What the? Hold on a moment, Jack. What do you mean, all your other girls? Are you saying you've been seeing other women besides me?
Yeah, and what of it? I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. It's not like we're married yet.
So you have been seeing other women?
When you're a divorced father like me, it can be pretty hard to find someone willing to date you. Even someone with money and influence like me. So if I want to get married, I have no choice but to go out with anyone who will have me and see who's the best fit.
You have got to be kidding me. You've been cheating on me all this time?
Like I said, I don't consider it cheating. Anyway, it was fun while it lasted. Look, I feel bad about wasting your time too, so how's about I give you a nice parting gift to show my appreciation?
Is that how you break up with all your other girls? By trying to pay them off? I was serious about you, about us. But now I see that you have never felt the same way about me. You can keep your filthy money. I don't want a cent out of you.
Are you sure about that? I mean, if you really don't want anything, that's cool. Just don't come crying to me later when you change your mind. I'd prefer we make this as clean a breakup as we can.
I don't need any money to get over you, Jack, so you can stop patronizing me.
Oh, all right then. Awesome. I was afraid you were going to try and milk this for everything you can. Okay, well, goodbye then, Colleen. It's too bad things didn't work out between us, but I did enjoy our time together.
Hey, Colleen, thanks for being a good little girl and breaking up with my dad. Thanks to that, I'm getting the best mom I could ask for. Does that mean your dad's getting married? He brought another girl by the house like a day after he broke up with you, and meeting her was like super crazy. She's even younger than you. She's actually only 5 years older than me. Are you kidding me? Jack was dating a woman that young? Good grief. Well, if they're getting married, I suppose this means you gave her your seal of approval, huh? I'm surprised you were okay with the age gap. You don't think she's just after your dad's money like me? No, I think she probably is. But I can make an exception in her case. She's an actress. Isn't that insane? And she's like super pretty. And she's gonna be my mom now. Having a beautiful actress for a mom is gonna be awesome. So, yeah, I can forgive her for being after my dad's money. Is that so? Her name's Christy, and like I said, she's totally great. I mean, with how close we are in age, I think we might even be able to become pretty good friends. Plus, she even offered to introduce me to a few of her friends in the movie industry. Isn't that nuts? I might become a famous movie actress. I had no idea you were even interested in acting, Kieran. Well, I'm a senior in high school now, so I've been thinking that I should probably start thinking about my future. But I hate studying, and I don't want to have to work for a living. So being an actress would be the perfect job for me. I can spend all day around all the hottest people in the world and get paid to do it. Uh-huh. Sounds great. Oh, and I almost forgot. Chelsea got a part on a TV show recently. And she said that she can take me to see the filming. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna be in the same room as some of the most influential people ever. Maybe one of the actors might even ask for my number. I think I would just die of excitement if that happened. So that's what it takes for you to approve of your father's relationships? It's too bad, really. I told your father this too, but I was serious about him. And you too, Kieran. I was fully intending to be the best mother I could be to you. But I guess you prefer the type of mom Christy is to me. Totally. What kind of moron would I have to be to pick you over her? What good would you even be as a mom? Seriously. All you would do is sit in the house all day and spend my dad's money. Do you know any actors, Colleen? Can you introduce me to big shot movie producers? Unfortunately, no. Right. You see what I mean? Starting today, I'm officially the daughter of a famous actress. This is the best day ever. So you can just go ahead and disappear, you stupid slut. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go and see if I can sneak some wine off my dad's table when he's not looking. All right, I hope you enjoy your day with your new famous actress mom today. Because come tomorrow, she won't be any of those things anymore. Huh? All I need to do is make a few phone calls and I'll have her agency contract revoked. So as of the start of business tomorrow morning, your famous actress mom will just be your mom. Don't be too sad though, I can take her acting gigs away, but I can't take away her pretty face. I hope the three of you will be a very happy little family together. Hey, hold on a minute. What are you talking about, Colleen? You're gonna have her agency contract revoked? You mean you're gonna get her fired or something? But you can't do that. Who do you think you are? As a matter of fact, Kieran, I can. You see, I actually work for the acting agency that Christy is currently signed with. More importantly, I'm her manager. You're what? You're her manager. That's... What? You work for her agency? You never told me anything about that. What gives? I suppose I never really got the chance to talk about what I do for a living around you, did I? I might have had the chance to go into more detail about my past if you hadn't been so opposed to our marriage that your father broke up with me. Once you threw your drink all over me and called me a stupid slut, I figured there was nothing more for me to talk to you about. Oh well, what can you do? We're just victims of bad timing. Timing? This isn't about timing. You're working for a major acting agency. That's pretty important information, I'd say. You should have told me sooner. And by the way, can managers just fire people like that? Like, don't contracts lay out the specifics on when you can fire somebody? If you violate her contract, I hope she sues you for everything you've got. Oh, trust me, I'm very familiar with the particulars of her contract. After all, I'm one of the highest-ranking people in the agency. It's a very complicated corporate structure, but suffice to say that I have more than enough authority to fire some random wannabe starlet. Oh, I guess I don't really know much about the business. Like I said, it's complicated, but I've managed to work my way up through the ranks quite swimmingly. You've probably seen a lot of the girls I've signed in TV shows, music videos, and even some movies. It seems like every other month one of my clients hits it big, which is why the company has promoted me as fast as they have. Wow! But man, having so many clients means I have a lot of problems to deal with. Recently, we've had an influx of girls who go and do something stupid, like falling in love and getting married without informing us first. You have no idea how much paperwork I have to do when that happens. Usually I find out about it because they go viral on social media, so it's kind of a new experience to find out like this. Hey, what's wrong with getting married? Like, so what if she's an actress? She's still human. She has every right to marry whoever she wants, whenever she wants. You've got no business trying to butt in between Christy and my dad. In general, our agency has a pretty lax approach to our clients' love lives. However, the nature of our industry necessitates that they give us advance notice of any plans regarding marriage. Depending on the person and their contracts, it might cause problems with sponsors, conflicts of interests, and so on and so forth. Because of that, we have to have a very strict zero-tolerance policy regarding failing to notify us before marriage. And now, Christy is going to be subject to that zero-tolerance policy. So, what are you going to do to her? Dock her pay or something? The terms of her contract are very clear. The penalty for violating the obligation of giving the agency at least a month's notice before getting married is termination. Christy was aware of this, and yet she moved forward with marrying your dad without giving us any notice at all. And now because of that, she will be fired. Period. No way! You're gonna fire her just for getting married? I totally understand how strongly she feels about wanting to marry the partner of her choice. I felt similarly until recently. But this is a business, Kieran. We have rules. All she had to do was come to my office for 5 minutes or so and everything would have been fine. Christy knows how much work our agency has to do when our clients get married, and the rule exists to save our company and clients time and money. Think about it. If one of our stars goes and marries some weirdo with a sketchy past while working on a kids' show, they might have to cancel the entire show. That wouldn't just cause problems for the star. There are tons of other people whose lives could be ruined. This is a very simple rule meant to prevent big problems like that, and she broke it. Can't you let her off with a warning? This is the big leagues, Kieran. If we start giving people warnings, it's over for us. Her termination will be processed today, and effective tomorrow, we will no longer be representing her. So I hope you enjoy having a mom who's just young and pretty rather than young, pretty, and famous. You can't do this to me. Now she won't be able to take me to see the TV filming anymore. And what about your agency? Firing her is going to cost you a bunch of money too. Are you really just going to fire one of your up-and-coming stars? Up-and-coming star? Christy? You can't be serious. She's impossible to work with. I can't find any work for her at all. I don't know what she was talking about when she said she could take you along to a filming. She's not doing any work with us for at least the next few months as of now. What? Looks like she was using the fact that she had signed up with us to pretend that she was a way bigger deal than she really is. Don't be too hard on her, though. We get a lot of girls like her coming around. I don't believe it. Christy wasn't really famous at all, but I already told my friends that my new mom's a big shot actress. you'll have to figure out what to do about that for yourself. I need to get back to work, so I'll take my leave here. Tell Christy I said hi. Okay, Colleen, I did a lot of thinking last night, and I've decided that I'll let you be my mom after all. So come by the house today and get married to my dad like you planned, okay? Wow, this is a rather sudden change of heart. I was under the impression you thought I was some kind of gold digger. Yeah, but that was before I came to see all the benefits of having you as my mom. I searched for your name on the internet and wow, it turns out you're one of the biggest agents out there. That makes it perfectly clear that you're the best mom I could ask for. With you as my mom, you can be my agent for free. You can get me on all the biggest TV shows, put me in all the blockbuster movies. You'll make me famous. Uh-huh. Now I see why you changed your mind about me. What was I thinking, fawning over that loser, Christy? So yeah, hurry up and marry my dad. Isn't that great? This is what you wanted, right? You said you were serious about him. It's a very generous offer, Kieran, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass. I have absolutely no interest in becoming your mom. And not to mention there is 0 chance I will ever get back together with your dad. What? But why? If you marry my dad, you'll have the cutest daughter in the whole world, me. And my dad's a big shot at his company, so you'll have tons of money. I make more than enough to live comfortably by myself, thank you. All the money in the world couldn't make me want to marry that lying, cheating scumbag. Who does he think he is, messing around with women half his age? Leonardo DiCaprio? Please. I am humiliated that I ever took building a future with him seriously. Hey, you can't talk about my dad like that. He's not like that at all. You're lying. I wish I could tell you that I was lying, but it's unfortunately the truth. You should know that I wasn't the only woman your dad was seeing while we were dating. According to him, he has about 10 girls that he's messing around with. Some of them are even married. 10 women? That's disgusting. Why is my dad dating so many girls? And most of them are in their teens, early 20s, too. When I found out, I thought the same thing you just said right now. Disgusting. So I'm afraid that even though you're finally accepting me as your mother, I won't be associating with your father anymore. He'll have to ask one of his 9 other girls to be his wife, preferably one of the ones who isn't married. Goodbye, Kieran. I hope you grow up to be a better person than your father.
Colleen, you've got to help me. I don't know what to do. Kieran won't talk to me anymore. About a week ago, she came into the kitchen after waking up, and I told her good morning, like usual, but she just gave me this weird stare and said, disgusting. And that was it. She hasn't said a word to me since. I think maybe she found out about my girlfriends somehow, and she is not happy about it.
Look at it from her perspective, Jack. She's a teenager in her senior year of high school going through the final stages of puberty. Having a dad who's popular with the ladies is one thing, but I think it's easy to say you've gone over the line. Seeing 10 women at one time, some of whom are married? I don't blame her for wanting nothing to do with you.
She's been like this every day. It's so awkward to be around her that I've been going out to eat by myself lately. I contacted all of my girls to try and get some decent company, but none of them want to see me anymore either. One will say she's busy, another will say she's with her husband, another with her boyfriend. I've been so lonely lately.
Looks like they were just as serious about you as you were about them. Honestly, I don't know why you would be expecting anything else. What kind of woman is attracted to an unfaithful man? An equally unfaithful woman?
I finally realized that out of all my girls, you were the only one who ever took me seriously. Right before she started giving me the silent treatment, even Kieran said that she would be okay with me marrying you. So, what do you say, Colleen? Can we give it one more shot?
Absolutely not. I could never marry a lecherous old man like you.
Hey, come on, don't be that way. You know how much I make in a year, don't you? You can quit your job and become my housewife. I'll take great care of you.
Sorry, but I happen to enjoy what I do for a living quite a lot. I don't want to quit.
But you don't want to work forever, do you? You're a woman. Don't you want a family, kids, that stuff? If you miss this chance, you'll never find a husband by the end of your 30s. And who's gonna marry some 40-year-old office lady, huh? You should be grateful a guy with options like me was even interested in you in the first place.
Oh, please, get over yourself. You're nothing special. Do you have any idea how many men on the sexiest men alive list I see on a daily basis? Compared to them, you're basically no different than any random guy in the homeless shelter.
Hey, that is going way too far!
I hope you can find some way to repair your relationship with Kieran. But as for you and me, we're through. Never contact me again. Sometime later, I got to talking with a mutual friend about how Jack and Kieran were doing. It seems their relationship never got any better. Kieran eventually stopped going to school entirely. Instead, she spends her days with other high school dropouts that hang out behind a strip mall downtown. She also has trouble staying out of trouble, leading to frequent midnight calls and trips to the police station for Jack. Word of her exploits has begun to spread far and wide, reaching even the ears of the other members of his company's board of directors. At their last meeting, they spent some of their time discussing their expectations for the families of the company's executives. They adopted one resolution enabling them to forcibly remove board members whose families could potentially harm the company's image. Only one member voted against the resolution. Can you guess who that was? The resolution was promptly used to kick Jack off the board. Losing his title as an executive has had a disastrous effect on Jack's love life. All the girls who once used to fawn over him have drifted gradually away, leaving him all alone. A sad fate for a man who once prided himself on his ability to juggle so many women. Isn't that ironic? He was telling me that I was the one who would regret turning him down, but the reality was the exact opposite. And it feels kind of good to know that I was the big one that got away.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey, Taylor, I have something to say to you. I decided to take your boyfriend and make him mine. From today, Liam is officially my boyfriend.
Daisy, what the heck are you talking about? What made you suddenly say all this to me?
Didn't you understand what I said before? Liam is here next to me saying that he wants to become my boyfriend. So from today onwards, that's what he'll be. Since you're such a wise adult, you need to back off, all right?
Are you kidding me right now, Daisy?
I have nothing to kid about. After all, a beautiful woman deserves to be with someone of her own kind. Liam has such a handsome-looking face. And above all that, he's a doctor with a high annual income. Of course, he's the perfect type of guy for me.
Okay, now just hold on a minute, Daisy. Liam is actually next to you and saying all of this? Actually, now that I think about it, I wasn't able to get in contact with him yesterday. You're not telling me that you both got together yesterday and decided on this?
Well, yes, we meet up yesterday, but we've been together basically all of this week. We started to living together in his room, actually.
You're already living together? Don't you know that he's my fiance? We had already promised each other that we were going to get married and plan a ceremony for next year. And now he turns around and says he wants to become your boyfriend? What do you mean that you've been living together since this week?
No matter what you promise to each other, it no longer matters. Liam doesn't want to be with you anymore. He doesn't even like you. And that he wants to date me instead.
What the heck is going on here? Daisy, are you for real?
Well, I think that any man would choose me over you. Who would want to date the sister who was always too serious and super ugly over the young and beautiful younger sister anyways? That's why he chose to be with me. Because I'm hot and, well, you're not.
What? Are you just messing with my head right now? Could it really be that my fiance was stolen away by my own younger sister?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. Stop trying to marry such a good and handsome man when you're so ugly and don't deserve someone like that. It's such a waste for you to have someone like Liam. Oh, that's right. Should I take this opportunity to introduce a suitable man to you, big sister?
I don't need you to do anything like that.
Oh, come on now. Don't say things like that. I know an ugly guy that would be perfect for you. However, it's my ex-boyfriend.
Are you kidding me, Daisy?
No, I'll give you my ex-boyfriend, William. He's ugly and not my type at all, so I can give him to you. But he does have a lot of money. He's an elite member of a pretty large company, so his annual income is good. That's why I put up with him for so long and continue dating him. But I don't need him anymore.
You didn't need him, but dated him anyways. And now you go ahead and steal my fiancé, and he let you? How could you just treat someone like that by dragging them along and giving the poor guy false hope? What you've done is the worst thing I can possibly think of.
I don't really care what I do to the boyfriends I have. I do whatever I want. I only ever saw William as an ATM. He was just my bank. Then I thought, is there a man out there that can give me more money than William and that's more handsome? So, of course, I switched it up really quickly so I could get what I want.
I feel so bad for your ex-boyfriend, who I never got to meet. I can't believe a girlfriend like you would think to do that.
If you feel so sorry for him, then why don't you just go and comfort him, huh? I mean, why don't you both get married already, since you're both ugly and would go well together?
Get married to a stranger? Have you gone mad?
You know, I heard something from Liam, actually, that you want to have a child really soon. Is that right? And then, just when you're about to get married to Liam, I swoop in and steal him away and take so much opportunities. Oops. Even if you were to go out and find a man right now, it would be a ticking time bomb since you're 30 years old. There's absolutely no man on this planet who would want to marry such an old woman like you and have children with her. So, why don't you marry my ex-boyfriend as soon as possible?
Wow, Daisy. Thank you for your excellent advice in my love life. You know, I never thought the person who would ruin my potential marriage to someone would be so kind to me.
Whoa. Now, why are you getting so aggro at me, Taylor? I'm literally giving you William so that I can have your doctor fiancé. He's all mine now. There would be no problems in exchanging boyfriends now, would there?
I guess not. Fine. I guess I'll go ahead and marry William. If that's what you want so bad, then fine. I'll give you what you want. What do you think of that?
Wow, really? Are you serious? That's actually hilarious. I never expected my oh-so-serious older sister would come along for the ride. Well then, I'll give William all of your contact details later, and we can go on with our lives.
Hello, is this Taylor? I'm William, Daisy's ex-boyfriend. She gave me your number. Is it true that you want to marry me? Or is this some kind of practical joke? Daisy told me to contact you about wanting to get married and that sort of thing.
Oh, hello, William. It is nice to meet you, I guess. I'm so sorry about my stupid sister. She can really be such a pain in the butt. I mean, I've had to live with her my whole life, so I know what I'm talking about. Whilst Daisy was dating you, she was dating my fiancé and thinks it would be a great idea to swap partners. Why, I don't know.
You're fine. There's no need to apologize to me about any of this. Besides, I was fully aware that I was being treated like an ATM. I always thought that something like this would happen someday. I never expected that Daisy's sister would say that she wanted to go out with me. Is this some kind of practical joke?
Well, it definitely wasn't a joke. I was being serious about that.
Whoa, what? Really? I mean, That is actually all just news that I'm hearing for the first time ever.
Yeah, I don't know why it happened this way. I'm sorry. I know that this probably isn't how you wanted things to go down either. But sometimes, I guess life just throws a curveball at you, huh? I don't know. I guess it just goes to show that you can never really know what's going to happen from one day to the next. I was actually joking. Or rather, the words just kind of slipped out of my mouth. I was so angry at my sister's attitude towards me. I mean, she is really just such a selfish jerk. I can honestly hardly even believe that someone like her really exists. I was shocked about all the cheating that's been going on, and I was so confused about a lot of other things. Then I just said that I would marry you instead of my ex. I know it's kind of crazy, but I guess that I was just so upset with the way she was talking to me and treating me. I guess I just kind of saw red and said the first thing that came to my mind, you know? I just wanted to get married to someone as soon as possible and just be happy again.
Oh, okay, so that's what you meant by wanting to marry me. I completely understand how you feel about that. I also just want to be happy again and forget what those two horrible people have done to me.
For sure. That's totally understandable. I feel the same way.
I'm also desperately wanting to forget the shock of being dumped in, quick. They say that the way to forget a crappy breakup is to find another love. Is that right? And that's why I go to a lot of matchmaking parties, but I just keep going around in circles and it's not great.
But isn't it amazing how those sorts of parties can work out for people wanting to find love? I also want to get married soon and have children, so I want to work hard to do that.
Oh, wow, so you're in quite a rush to have a child, huh? I actually had no idea about that at all. I don't think your sister ever mentioned anything like that to me at all.
Well, actually, when I was little, it was a constant dream of mine to be a mother one day. I want to give birth and have a loving and happy family by my side.
That's great news. I had the same dream as well. When I was a little boy, I dreamed of being a father. I wanted a wife and child that I could take care of and support with being in that father role. But when you say something like that at a matchmaking party, I kept hearing things like, "You're the type of guy who will push childbearing duties onto the wife."
Really? That's so not true. I think your dream is wonderful.
Wow, that's the first time someone has said something like that to me. Okay, Taylor, would you want to get married to me? That's if you don't mind. Wait, no, it doesn't seem right to suddenly get married, does it? What do you think of getting married without having dated or even met? This is the first time I met someone whose values about marriage have been really close to mine. Although we were both rejected by our exes, I think we do have some sort of connection.
That's certainly true, but I think it's fine. We're both looking for our next partner in life.
Well, I was dating your little sister, so please rest assured that I have no physical connection to her anymore. After all, she did treat me like an ATM and wasn't doing anything that a typical lover would do for their partner.
Really? She didn't take care of you?
I loved her so much, so I just contributed a lot to the relationship, while maybe she didn't as much. Like when we go out on a date, she wouldn't even hold hands or touch me at all, and I think it's because I didn't feel good being around her and being on edge all the time. We didn't do anything that typical couples would do. We never even stayed at each other's house overnight.
How could a girl be so cruel to someone she's supposed to be in love with? But on the contrary, I'm relieved you got out of it. I think we'll have fun going out together, William. I really do.
Oh, okay. So, would you like to go out with me sometime? I'm sorry it's odd to ask you out even though we haven't really met face to face yet.
Well, yeah, come to think of it, no, we haven't met before. But it's okay. I mean, through this messaging alone, I think you're a really honest and respectable guy. I'm looking forward to meeting you, William.
You've really done it this time, Taylor. You're actually dating William, aren't you? That's so insane to me. And it's so funny that you're actually married to him now. I couldn't stop laughing when I heard the story from Mom earlier.
Well, at the time, you said that I should get married to William. What's wrong with taking your word literally and doing that?
Oh my bad. My stomach hurts from laughing so much. But I think you both look really great together, even though you're both ugly. Without a doubt, you can definitely have children now. But if the parents are ugly, then the children will definitely be ugly too. I feel so sorry already for them.
Actually, Daisy, I'm already pregnant. That's why we decided to get married really soon. It's for the purpose of having a baby.
I knew it! You're already pregnant with your ugly child.
Well, William and I are joining forces as we want to be happy together. So don't even think about getting involved with us ever again. Even when my child is born, we aren't letting you meet it. I've explained the situation to our parents, and William doesn't want to see you either.
Oh, I see. Do what you like, Taylor. Besides, I'm going to end way happier than you both will ever be. Even if an ugly person gets married and has children, he can't beat a life of a beautiful woman like me. It's about time for me to get married to Liam and live a happy life like I'm a celebrity.
Wow, you're still having an affair with him, I see.
Naturally. Of course I am. There's no way I'd miss out on a good-looking doctor with a high income. I will definitely be wanting to marry Liam. And I can enjoy my life as a celebrity in the luxury apartment of my dreams. A new mansion just opened near the airport in that fancy suburb. I'm so excited that I'll be able to see it soon.
Huh? Did you say near the airport?
A super high-end tower apartment with a gym and a beauty salon recently opened. I said to Liam that I wanted to live there, and he replied that that would be the perfect place for us. Isn't that sweet? I'm sure he's preparing to buy it now and keep it a secret from me.
I hate to break it to you, little sister, but we already live in that apartment you wanted.
Wait, what?
So, it's a bit late to start preparing yourself to live there, isn't it? I heard that all the rooms in the building are sold out.
No way. You're kidding me, right? Now, just hang on a minute there, Taylor. How the heck are you and William able to afford to live in a luxury apartment like that? You can't just live there if you aren't a wealthy person that works for a big company. You and ugly William would never be able to afford the rent for a place like that.
Didn't you know that William is the heir of a real estate tycoon?
Are you serious? What are you talking about? This is the first time that I'm hearing about any of this. Are you really trying to tell me that I didn't even know who my own fiance was? Do you really think I'm just going to believe you like that?
Actually, I didn't buy it in the first place. William got it from a real estate agent who manages the luxury apartments, you see.
Wait, what? That's how he got it? The luxury apartment? And what do you mean that he's the heir of a real estate tycoon? What did you say about that earlier? You never followed up on that one detail that I said I hadn't heard of before. I had no idea about any of that before now, so I want you to tell me what in the world is that you're talking about, because I had no idea about any of that until now. And I have to say that if what you're trying to tell me in these text messages is actually really indeed true, then that is just crazy.
Well, I'm only just telling you the truth, Daisy, okay? I mean, what would I have to gain from lying to you about this, right? Why would I even think of doing something like that? Does that really sound like me? You know that isn't something that I would actually lie about, right? Apparently, William's family have been in the real estate business for generations. His ancestors owned large pieces of land.
And what's that got to do with it? I don't understand what that fact that you just told me has anything to do with the situation that I'm talking about with you now. You better explain to me how one of those things has anything to do with the other, because things just aren't adding up for me at all with the information that you're giving me.
Well, when they built that luxury apartment block near the airport, it seemed that the management company asked his family to sell the land and cooperate with them on the project.
But that's not fair. I had no idea that his family were so well off.
Well, you should have done your homework before you decided to go and run off with my fiance. He doesn't make as much as you think he does. He's good and making things bigger than they actually are.
But he was so convincing. This just isn't fair. William was my boyfriend first. I should be with him. Please, call the marriage off with him. I deserve all the nice things in life.
Don't you get it, Daisy? You're so dim sometimes. William doesn't want anything to do with you, period. Stay away from him and stay away from me for that matter. You screwed me over and him as well. If you come anywhere near us, we'll involve the authorities. Good luck with your own life. Goodbye forever.
But you can't just cut me off like that. I basically handed you William. I need him back so I can get the things I want. This is not over. Get back here and reply to me. This is so not fair.
After that, our child was born safe and well. Our little family is living happily and peacefully together. Rumor has it that Daisy thinks she'll be more happier than her older sister. Due to William's kindness, he's at a much higher level of man than Liam ever was. It seems like Liam was playing around with his money and letting it speak for him. He was thinning on top of his head, and his number of girlfriends decreased. Lately, he's been spending most of his nights alone. Daisy moved to another city after feeling embarrassed about being cut off by her parents. She spends a lot of her time trying to earn money to stay afloat.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey sis, I have news. Your adorable little brother has important news to share with you. I'm finally getting married.
Whoa, marriage?
I finally decided to propose to her, and she said yeah. I'm planning to have the ceremony by this year, and finally have her join the family.
Congrats, Liam. Does that mean you're finally introducing her to the family? More importantly, am I gonna meet her?
Actually, it's also why I wanted to talk to you today. I was planning to have her over for dinner sometime during the end of this month. Thing is, could you not speak to her during the dinner?
Wait, what do you mean? If I do that, then I can't properly introduce myself.
You see, she doesn't really like you. If anything, she didn't even want you to be invited for dinner, but I told her that it's really hard on me to do that to you. So I compromised with her, and she agreed as long as you don't talk to her.
Wait, what? What did I even do to make her dislike me that much? I haven't even met the girl yet.
You see, she's the daughter of a CEO, and they own a pretty huge company, so she really isn't fond of people with jobs like yours.
What did you just say?
Come on, sis. You work at a small-town factory. Wear a rather dirty uniform. She really doesn't like people working those kind of jobs, lol.
This isn't funny. It's because of that she doesn't want me at the dinner. And if I really have to be there, then I can't say a single word to her, huh? What a rude girl.
Can't be helped. She was raised to be pristine and perfect.
That doesn't make it okay to behave like that.
I understand where you're coming from, sis, but I really need you to be mature about this. Just don't say anything throughout the dinner, please. Don't embarrass me in front of her.
Embarrass you? You're my brother, so you should be able to tell her not to judge my place of work. I can't believe you're able to let her look down on family like that.
How in the world am I supposed to defend people who work at a dirty small-town factory? It reeks of sweat and dirt. Can't be helped if you're disliked for that. Telling her not to judge is way more impossible, lol.
What did you just say to me?
I'm begging you. Just don't say anything for me, please. I'm going to marry this girl. How do you think I'm going to feel if she backs out because of you? If that happens, you're going to be the one to take care of me.
What?
If you don't want that to happen, keep your mouth shut during dinner.
Whatever. If that's how you guys feel, then I'll just pop in to say hello and then leave. That'll be better for you guys anyways, right?
That's actually a great idea, thanks, lol. I'll go tell her about this.
Wow, what a surprise to see that my daughter's fiance is your brother, Cassie. What a small world we live in, huh? It truly is. I didn't expect to see you there today at all. I'm still pretty shocked. I really wanted to talk to you more, Cassie. Were you feeling sick today? You hadn't spoken a word and left before dinner started. Yes, allergy season has me with such a stuffy nose. Because of that, conversations and eating are just a bit hard on me right now. I didn't want to disturb you guys during dinner, so I decided to leave. Oh, how unfortunate. Although I feel better knowing that it was just that. I had thought that it was my daughter that made you leave. Excuse me? I'm sure you heard from your brother about how my daughter is such a spoiled princess. She's especially picky about the people she wants to be around. Once she's decided to hate someone, she will never change her mind about it. She has a tendency to say things like, "I don't want to hear a single word coming from you," to those who she dislikes. Which is why I was so worried about that happening to you as well. Oh no, that isn't at all what happened. I was the one who said I wanted to go home. Oh my, it's so odd to think that my spoiled little girl is getting married. I had noticed that she seems a bit more relaxed now. I'm sure that's all thanks to Liam. Those two really seem to be enjoying each other's presence. Oh yes, those two really do seem to get along well. I'm so excited for the ceremony. We're very excited to have you as family soon. Thank you so much for coming today. You've arrived at the venue, yes? Yes, I just arrived. How rare for you to be the one to text me like this. I'm guessing that you're gonna tell me not to say a single word to you? My, how did you know? That was indeed the reason why I texted you. Knew it. But I've decided to rethink that choice. You can speak, but could you leave immediately afterwards? No offense, but I really don't want you here. What? I just can't accept you. I mean, a dirty small-town factory worker here at my wedding? Your presence here is just making everyone in this venue feel dirty. Lol. How could you? That dress, it's so ugly. It honestly suits a small-town factory worker like yourself. I mean, if you had put at least some effort into the way you dressed today, then I would have considered letting you stay. You're taking it way too far, Lisa. This is my favorite dress. You didn't have to talk about the dress for me to leave. A peasant like you has the audacity to talk back to me? Things like that is what annoys me the most, you know? Oh man, I suddenly lost the urge to go through with the wedding today. I'm sure if I back out the wedding, Liam would be so sad. You wouldn't. I'm sure you'd hate for that to happen. A peasant like you could never handle to be responsible for the cancelled wedding of her younger brother, right? So listen to what I'm about to tell you. I have no room for peasants like you, so get out of here. My wedding is not a place for a factory worker like you to attend. Fine. Goodbye. I never want to see your face again, got it? Yeah, sure, that's fine. I shall do as you wish. But first, since you so kindly gave me permission to speak, I will talk to your CEO mother before I leave. I will be sure to tell her to cut all deals she has with my factory. What? My factory sells her a very important material, and we've been working together for years. How sad to think that because of your wishes, that partnership is now gone. It sucks, but it can't be helped, yeah? Wait, hang on a minute. What are you talking about? You know my mother? Why should you care about a peasant like me? So don't mind me and have fun with your wedding, okay? Bye. Come back to the venue immediately. My mother is so mad at me right now. She says that if you don't come back to the venue, the whole wedding will be cancelled. She won't approve of this marriage and will kick me out of the house. Wow, that friendly Amanda said all of that? She did. My usually sweet and caring mother is so mad at me right now. Wait, is what she was saying true? That you're the owner of the factory? That your factory makes the very important part of our company? So important that if we don't have that, then our business is practically doomed? Oh, that? Yeah, it's all true. Which means that your family company will have to pause in production for a while. Without my factory, the company can't make any products to sell. You could find another factory, but I don't think there's any around that sells the same screws. You're kidding. You've been making something that important for us? We can't find a different place that produces the same thing? I mean, we use a very special method to make the screws special as well. even if it is just a screw. Our screws never loosen. Please, Cassie, I apologize for everything I've said to you, so please come back to the venue. I'll acknowledge that you tried, but all those things you said can't be erased. Plus, I don't have a dress that'll meet your standards. So even if you apologize that sincerely, I can't come back to the venue. I'm sorry for everything I said about your dress. Come to think of it, that dress wasn't even ugly. The dress and you were perfectly fine. That's what I really wanted to say. What was that? I think I have a dress that'll match you. So come back to the venue and I will give it to you, okay? Please say you'll attend the wedding. I'll even buy you a gorgeous dress. No thanks. Even if you don't approve of the dress, it's still my favorite. Your mother sent me this dress and I've been obsessed with it ever since. What? My mother bought that for you? Why would my mother send you a dress? She sent me the dress when I took over the factory. There was a small party to celebrate, and she bought that for me as a gift to congratulate me. She was talking to me about how hard it is for a girl to be a boss, and how we girls need to stick together from now on. That's when she handed me the dress. You're kidding! A really fancy dress from a really expensive brand store. A simple dress perfect for any occasion. It's such a wonderful gift that has been proven useful to me time and time again. So I'm in no need for any other dresses. Well, anyways, bye. I sincerely apologize for my daughter's actions. Oh no, there's no need for you to apologize, Amanda. Of course I have to. If you don't mind, I would like for a chance to properly apologize. Also to hopefully talk to you about reconsidering ending our partnership. Amanda, I promise you there is no need for this. You also don't have to worry about our partnership ending. I was just bluffing. I would never bring damage our business over something like this. Really? Of course. If anything, I'm sorry about making you worry about such a big thing. I just wanted to stick it to your daughter. Oh no, there's no need for you to apologize as well. This is all my daughter's fault anyways. I really am sorry for everything. I heard about the dinner party as well. I'm sorry for stepping out of place, but your daughter is a real piece of work. It's honestly embarrassing. I know you said that there is no need for apologies, but please let me. I won't feel better until I do. There is no need to. But in return, can we discuss about work? I wanted to talk about our current contract. What? So you really are thinking about ending our partnership? Oh no, nothing like that. It's just that the prices for the metals are going up in prices. That and a few more factors are really making it tough out here. When it comes to expenses, I wanted to discuss about the amount we had set. Definitely. I will make time for us to talk as soon as possible. I will definitely hear you out. I will be sure to contact you about this soon. Thanks. You can do it once everything calms down first, though. I'll be waiting for the call.
Hey sis, is it true that you're the owner of the factory now?
I don't see how this is of any relevance to you.
Oh, come on, don't be so cold, sis. I wanted to ask you a favor regarding that. Would it be possible if you hire me to work for your factory? Please, you're the only one who can help us.
Uh-huh. What happened for you to be this desperate?
See, after the ceremony, a lot happened. Lisa really did get kicked out by her mother. A girl who lived her life as a spoiled princess that has never worked a day in her life. Now she got kicked out.
That's just karma. It was her fault that her family company was almost in danger.
I get that, but there's other problems as well. After I get married with Lisa, I was planning on working at her family's company, which is why I quit my previous job. But now that plan is way out of the question.
Oh my, that does sound rough.
I worked at a pretty big company as well, but I thought I'd take over the family company one day, so I left. This is so unfair. So please, sis, let me work at your factory. I was pretty hard working at my last job. I'd be happy with just $75K a year, lol.
Huh?
Yearly wages go up when you've worked a while, right? Plus, I'm your younger brother, so you could do that for me, can't you?
Why would I agree to that? Why should I hire someone like you? If you're that desperate for a job, you better hurry up and start searching.
What, you're not gonna help your adorable little brother?
You? Cute? Not even close. Your older sister had to deal with harsh words from your wife, since you didn't want to help out.
I couldn't do anything about that. I didn't want to make her mad enough to back out on the wedding. Come on, please, sis. We practically will be homeless by tomorrow. And I'm jobless. This is looking pretty bad for me.
Uh-huh.
I was planning on living in the apartment that our parents own, but that also became nothing after all this.
You really are jobless and homeless? Huh?
Exactly. Plus, I've used up all my savings on the wedding, but because her parents got mad and canceled the wedding, I had to refund everyone's money, and I didn't get any of my money back.
Wow. You really lost everything.
I promise not to let her judge you ever again. So please, your adorable little brother is in need of help.
Sorry, Liam, but my little brother doesn't exist anymore.
What?
Yep. Your wife told me not to be around her, so even if you beg me, I can't do anything.
All of that no longer counts. Lisa is over here saying that she's very sorry about everything, that she hopes to get along with you from now on.
You can tell her that I kindly decline her offer.
Come on.
Good luck. I'm busy working at my factory. After that, Liam went to beg for our parents' help as well. They also scolded him and explained that until I forgive them, he is no longer welcome back. He managed to find a job at a company after that, but compared to his last job, wage was pretty bad. And with how Lisa can't understand the value of money, all of his money is gone within a day. Eventually, Lisa applied to a job searching site, but ended up getting a job cleaning her parents' bathroom, crying every day how unfair life is.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.